The What It Takes Radio Company, we present the Interesting Ideas Program. That's right, insight, influence, impact, and income. And today it's about the dad factor for Biden and Trump. Let's see what that's all about. Greetings, my friends. Welcome back to Interesting Ideas. My name is Stan Houston. It's been a while, but there's a good reason for that, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. Hey, this program is just what it said. This is about dads, DADS. But that has nothing to do with someone like me who is proud to be a dad or the dads in the world. It's actually an acronym. It's an acronym for something that we actually ask people to consider. And that is DAD. How about designing a destiny? As best we can. Can we seek to be that kind of personal performing person, PPP, a personal performing person who is seeking to design a destiny, not just take the world as it comes, not just respond or react to whatever is in our way, but perhaps you are taking a little bit of a charge of things and seeking to design a destiny. Well, I'd like to talk a little bit about that today, and we're going to do so. And obviously, this appears to be a little bit of a clickbait thing when it comes to Donald Trump, presidential candidate, and Joe Biden, presidential candidate. All of them are in the business, and we are watching them as they DAD, seeking to design a destiny. Well, that's what we're going to do, and probably give you a few trailers about something else. But here we go. That's the program, and it begins right now. Well, thank you for sticking with us. Hey, a number of people say from time to time, is this program, The Interesting Ideas, one of your top priorities? Well, it kind of is. Now, when I was in what some people would call the traditional real radio, it really was a top priority because it was my job. And you had to be there. If you had a shift, you had to be on duty. Now, you better be there at least 10 minutes early and perhaps even earlier. And you stuck it through. And there were times when maybe you didn't feel like it or you weren't up to it, but unless you found that almost death was at the door and you could find somebody who would substitute or do your shift, you had to be there. And if you had a mic shot, as we would say, you better be there. That's because when the radio was on, you had to be on. And the radio was on all the time and it went by clockwork, top of the hour, you better be there. And at the top of the hour, you better shut up because you're done. It took a lot of energy to do good work and to do radio well. Now, the new world of radio, at least the one that I'm in right now, is a little bit more forgiving and perhaps a little bit easier to handle because it's on demand. I'm doing this when I want to, and you're going to watch it or listen to it when you want to. That's what it means by a pod, personal on demand broadcasting and streaming. In the traditional way that most people do radio, and by the way, most people who still do radio today, it's in their car. That's the big deal. And you turn on the radio at the station that may give you what you want. And it has to be on then. And that's when you listen to it, when it's on. And they play what they play when they play it. And you listen to what they play when they play it. That's going to change. You're going to get into your car and you're going to say, I would like this, I would like that, I would like to hear this. And the very same quality that you can now do with your smartphone, your iPhone, with Siri, with Alexa, will come to the modern automobile. And of course, the traditional radio stations are very, very concerned about that. They're going to Congress to say, don't let them take out AM radio on the car radio, because if they do, there's going to be hundreds of radio stations that can't reach people in the car. So things are changing profoundly. But in this kind of radio, this is the better kind, because I can do it anytime and you can listen to it anytime. And uh, that gives us all a little bit more control over our destiny. Dealing and designing a destiny. You can listen when you want to. Now, because of that, I don't have to have this program to be a top priority in terms of designing what I have to do every day. And it also is not quite the priority that I had before, because now I'm primarily in the business, besides doing this myself. I've been doing this for over 40 some years, close to a half century, probably. I don't know. And I can do it. However, the case is coming where that's not my top priority, because my top priority is to help you do it. And so I have been very, very busy this past week, and I didn't get my Wednesday program done because I was helping a variety of other people get their podcasts done. And I take their destiny and their deadlines quite serious. And so when they say, well, Stan, I really would like this to be done by, I get it done. I really work to get it done. And so that's why I think my last program that I did was on Friday on the transformation program. And after that, I was planning to do a couple other things, but you, and I thank you for being you took over and got me to do some other good things for you. And I'm grateful for that opportunity. Now, tomorrow I'm going, this is a little bit of trailer, I'm going to talk about what I call the CRAP factor. Yeah, crap. It's not really crap, but it can be. And it is, again, something that deals with designing a destiny and perhaps being involved in something that is really life-changing, maybe transforming, because that's what we deal with on Friday. It's our transformation project, our transformation podcast. And CRAP can be a very good thing, and CRAP could be a very difficult and bad thing. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about being aware of that. And then, of course, trying to just do some little things so you can live better starting now. That's the deal for tomorrow. Now, Biden and Trump. Here's the deal as I see it. Now, please keep in mind, this is the news. And one of my mentors one time told me, and this is important, and it was harder because I was in the news business. He said, Stan, the news is not that important. What you see or hear on the daily news is not really, it's new, it's right now, it's what's happening, but it really might not be the important things in terms of who we are, what we do, and how we live. There are other people, other things that are of deeper and perhaps more profound significance that are happening that never make the news. They're not in our, media awareness. So, and I'm kind of feeling this way about the the president's campaign. I'm more observing it. I may have a preference. I think I do. But the point is, I'm watching it just to see what is happening and how it happens and how this can help me live better and have better understanding. So, with that in mind, that's what I'd like to just briefly talk about. Now, here's what I think is true. I think um, that Trump is going to come out better and perhaps be a winner. No, I'm not saying that he'll win the election. I didn't mean that. I didn't say that. I said he might come out better. Now, he's going to work hard at it because Trump is a fighter. He always has been. He's a tough guy. He always has been. He will say that his success, everything that he has gotten in the world of real estate and business, is he's had to fight for. That's what he does. And he's done it fairly well and fairly successful. He's got lots of friends and he's got lots of enemies. And I think he would say, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Success brings you friends and success brings you buckshots. However, he may win the presidency. Well, then he's kind of at free because then he doesn't have to worry about being reelected because he's got 4 years, 3 to 4 years to do his deal. And he will try and do his deal. And he will have the ability to do many things he wants to do and to make sure that a lot of things he doesn't want don't get done. And then he'll be done, gone. And he will be out of there at a fairly old age. He will be in his 80s by the time he gets done. And he should be done. Maybe he should be done even sooner. I would have no desire to, at my age and stage, and I'm certainly in the Michelangelo crowd, that I would like to make a commitment for 4 years. I don't want a 4-year gig. I don't want to have to work really, really, really hard for 4 more years, maybe. Okay. And that's the deal for both of them. But then he'll be done. And if he loses the election, he'll be done. What will he do? He'll play more golf. He will have $1 million speaking engagements. He will still have a significant business operation. And no one's going to harass him anymore because there is no money or favor or advantage in harassing him anymore because he's not going to run for office ever again, no matter what. You don't think. So he will live with his family and his grandchildren and do what he wants to do without any real fears of retirement finances that most of us have in our own life. And if he has decent health, he will finish fairly well. However, Biden may have a little bit of a different destiny. Well, first of all, the mere fact is that even as we notice his health at this time and his awareness at this time, even if he wins the election, which there's a good chance he will do that, boy, that's a tough road, and there's a very, at least 50-50 better chance that he won't be able to finish his term. That because of his health or his well-being or his mental awareness or whatever, that he will be replaced or have to resign or have to pass it on. It's going to be a tough deal, no matter what. If he wins, but if he loses, guess what's going to happen? The very same thing that happened to Trump after he lost the election is going to happen to him. I can't figure out why he doesn't figure this out. That then when he is an individual person, then he's going to get sued. He's going to get indicted. There will be district attorneys and attorney generals in all of the different counties and states who will say, hey, if I indict him for this, or I indict him for that, or if I get a grand jury to do this, he'll have to show up. he's been indicted. He'll have to fly in, and uh, we can try him. You say that can't happen. Well, it can happen. I mean, that's what is kind of happening to Donald Trump. And there's a very, very good chance that that will happen to Joe Biden, that he'll have to spend his retirement dealing with lawsuits and indictments. And that's certainly not a fun thing to have to deal with. So that could be a little bit of the destiny that he is designing. And I'm not so sure that's, well, I'm very sure he doesn't want that, but it could be something that is in the design that is being put together right now. So it could be that that is the fate of either one of these men that we're watching right now. And that helps us to sense in ourselves, I would think, you know, what are we doing to design our destiny? Uh, are we having the kind of thoughtfulness and mindfulness and spiritual awareness, and perhaps even the reality that this is not the real world? There's a very different world that is upon us and perhaps available to us. And the things that we think matter now aren't what is really important, aren't really of priority significance. I think that's what I want to talk about today, because that's what I think is important for all of us right now in the midst of these challenging times, to just say, hey, by the way, you need to be in front of the microphone. You need to be, looking into the camera, because part of the way you're going to design a destiny is to learn how to use the modern mass marketing media. I mean, you're going to have to do that for many of the careers and the opportunities you want in life. And that's what I'm going to help you do, that you can design a kind of a media awareness and destiny that will help you, as I say, bring your message to life, gain opportunities to make your mark in the marketplace, and maybe even have a little touch of immortality. You need to learn how, as my little thing up there is, how to be a world-class podcaster, broadcaster. Whether you ever do it or not, as the people I'm teaching right now, as one man said, Stan, I wasn't expecting in my 60s to have to do this, but I realize now that I have to get I have to get some things said, and I've got to get some teaching and some learning, and I've been put in a position where I need to be able to reach people, and this is one of the ways I'm going to try and do it. So that may be what will happen for you too. So reach out to me at stanhouston@gmail.com, stanhouston@gmail.com. Tomorrow, it'll be about crap, and hopefully it'll be good crap. Okay, all the best and blessings to you. Have a good Thursday evening. Get ready for Friday meets the weekend, but also a day to think about your future, and perhaps a day to think about how you might live a transformed life. Wouldn't that be nice? Best and blessings to you. Until next time, bye for now.